So I've made it to Split via Dubrovnik. Had about a 4.5–5 hour bus ride in between. I'm currently on the world famous river. As you can tell, it is quite busy. And I'm about to jump on a boat for a sunset cruise around the Split Riviera, which should be relaxing, which is something I definitely need right now. I've had a headache for about 3 days now that just won't quit. But yeah, this should be nice and relaxing and easy. Which obviously the Greek island hopping wasn't so much. But was still definitely worth it in every way, shape and form. So we're going to head on this tour. I'm going to keep you guys in the loop quite a bit with Split. Because I'm doing a wee bit tomorrow and catching up with an old mate from New Zealand. Tomorrow as well, I'm going on his party boat. So that's going to be a good time. That's us. So now on my sunset boat cruise, there's some dirty Aussies over here, and old mate Marco, who came out with the strongest Aussie accent I think I've ever heard in my life, even though he was introduced as Marco. He's from Canberra, but I just wanted to show you this. We're about to see the sunset over. Goes for about an hour and a half, I'm told. So it should be absolutely wonderful, and we should get the sunset right near the end of it, I would say. But I haven't checked the timing of the sunset yet. I think that time would make the most sense in London. But yeah, I'll check all you guys. So coming to the end of this boat trip now, and it's been really fun. Sorry. And yeah, so there was a bit of time for a swim, but I forgot to bring my swimmers. So it is what it is, I guess, really. But yeah, absolutely well worth it. I recommend it to absolutely everybody. Marco, who is our host for this trip, was absolutely amazing. Croatian heritage, but grew up in Canberra. Real good dude, real good yarn, which is always a big thing for me. You know, I love a good yarn. Anybody who's met me knows that. But sorry, I've just left a review and it was being all kinds of weird and fucked up. But yeah. Danish girls. Did you guys have fun? Yeah, it's good. But yeah. Another one of those things where you kind of just need to do it. The 1.5 hour sunset Riviera cruise. If you're in Split, just fucking do it. Don't be shit. So I was just saying that we had Marco, who has been fantastic for this week. Tour, trip, boat ride. This is Marco.
How you going, guys?
So, what have we just done?
Sorry?
What have we just done?
I just did a sunset cruise from Split. We went out to the Kastel means castle. There's 7 Kastelers. We came around, we stopped there and had a bit of a dive off the boat. Someone didn't want to do a backflip. Maybe next time.
I didn't have the right pants on.
Don't worry, come back tomorrow. But we stopped in that area, guys. We looked over at the Kastel. And we watched the sun go down, now we're cruising back into Split. If you want to turn the camera around, brother, show them Split.
She's not bad, eh? She's not bad.
Not bad at all. I thought trying to solve for New Zealand and Canberra would end up with a bit.
Yeah, exactly right.
Go on.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, brother.
So, yeah, been, what, about an hour and a half-ish?
Yeah, about an hour and a half.
Yeah.
From 7:30 to about, I'll say about 8:49.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah.
It's been good. And like I said before, just fucking do it.
You live life, mate. You live it once.
Exactly.
Live it properly.
And you like I said to you before, like we both agreed upon, tomorrow's not promised.
That's it, man.
Get out, do it now. Morning team. Day. Oh no, put in the wrong battery. I've only got 10% left. Damn it. Anyway, we'll see what we can do to get through it. Keep this video short, I guess. So day 1 in Split. I count yesterday as day 0 because I was only here for a couple of hours. Feeling a lot better. Had a really good sleep. Just walked through a little farmer's market and past the Church of St. Dominic. And we're about to go through the Domnius Cathedral, which is a whole bunch of ruins, which I think is quite cool. As you know, I love my ruins. I might actually head back to the backpackers after this to make sure that I get a good battery. I should have checked it before I left, but I thought it was a new battery. Obviously I failed magnificently in that regard, but look at this. See, there was parts of Split that were used as filming locations for Game of Thrones as well. I'm not sure if this is part of it, but yeah, quite cool as well. That's the bell tower that I hope to go up to. I might, actually I will, I'll turn around now, head back to the hostel so I can make sure that I've got enough battery for the day. But yeah, we're going to head to Diocletian Palace soon. I was hoping to do that now, but obviously with the battery situation, I'm going to go back and change that out and then I'll be back. Luckily it's only about a 5-minute walk away, so not a massive loss, really, I guess. Yeah, so I'll chat to you when I'm back here. Radio attempt number 2, coming through the farmer's market that I mentioned a moment ago. I found a battery that's 100%. Apparently I've been quite slack on charging up my batteries. So I've got 2 on the charge at the moment, so that should help fix that issue. At least I'm not on one battery and just rotating the charging of it. But yeah, heading back into the Diocletian Palace now, and hopefully we'll be able to head up that building over there, the bell tower. Hopefully, we'll see how we go. Apparently it's only 35 kuna, so it's might not even $10 to go up there. So I would say it's probably worth it. I imagine you'd get a magnificent view through it. Sorry, just sort of debating which way to go there. So I'll head back down here. Obviously just all ruins at this point. But the original Diocletian's Palace pretty much took up all of Split. Such was its size and its grandeur. The Roman Emperor Diocletian. Diocletian, I can't remember, if I'm completely honest with you. But I've just noticed now just how pretty these columns are. And we'll go in and we'll have a look in a minute, but I just wanted to pre-warn, preamble that. They're quite pretty, those columns. Not your standard Roman columns, which is what I would have been expecting through that, but very, very, very pretty. Going to avoid people's photos and go around this back way. coming through here. Here we are. I'm going to wander around and see what goes on. So here we are, we've made it to the top of the bell tower. Really was a lot less than what I thought it was going to be, especially because the first sort of 20-30 steps, maybe more, were very steep. And I was very worried for my legs, as my calves did seize up overnight. I woke up in a lot of pain with calves that were just going absolute ham on it. But these are the views from up here. All pretty straightforward. And like I said, nice easy walk up to the top. A lot less stress. A lot less stressful than what I had imagined. But yeah, it's well worth it. Some nice views up here, that's for sure. We're going to continue on. I think we're going to go into the basements in a moment, or into the crypt. So I'll see you there. So I've just been to the top of the bell tower at the cathedral, went in the cathedral, went down to the crypt. I thought there was going to be a bit more in the crypt, unfortunately there wasn't. But now we're out here and have a look at this. You know, just lovely buildings and ruins and such everywhere. I should have taken a video inside the cathedral and the crypt, but again, I'm an amateur doing this. I'm not really used to it, so yeah, I forgot about it. But we're gonna wander around these grounds for a little bit because they are just quite nice, really. Then we'll head to Jupiter's temple and maybe the Temple of Cybele as well, because we paid for that, so may as well check it out, right? Makes it a bit more worth it. But yeah, some more ruins of the cathedral, or it could be of the palace actually. I'm not too sure. I should actually check that out. Which I will in a moment, as soon as I stop talking to you guys. There's a Spanish tour just there, but I'm not going to understand a word of that, am I? No hablo español. But yeah, we'll bounce around and see what we can see. Hey, so wandering around the Ethnographic Museum of Split now, which is obviously around the history of the people and whatnot. It's quite a small museum, but has quite a lot of interesting artworks. You can see the painting there. The painting there, these were, yeah, so that was 1930. A woman from Brilka, which reminds me of Brilka, which is from The Witcher. But that's because I'm a little bit of a nerd. We had weapons here from the 19th century. Some here from the 20th. As we move along to the jewellery side, we head through the 19th century again. So it's not overly old per se, but the buildings most certainly are, because there's old ancient Roman sort of area. That's 18th century chest piece there. So that was chest jewellery. And then there we've got wood carvings. But yeah, kind of cool. But like I said, quite small, not a whole heap here. It gives you some semblance of an idea, but it certainly doesn't give you the full picture of how the crowds lived. And apparently there's a third story which isn't in the guide they gave me, but it says it's a lot of the folk clothing that they had back in the day. And yeah, so we're going to continue wandering about, and we'll go on and see some other stuff soon, like Jupiter's temple, which was on my list anyway, so that works out quite well. Right, so as I said, just on the Ethnographic Museum, which is that building there, and on me now what's called Vestibule Terrace. Now this was part of the royal family or emperor's a private path into the palace, so he could get in and out without anybody knowing, I guess, really. But yeah, to be fair, there's not really much to it. Let's see what's there. I think we were just down there actually. I think I walked through there earlier. But that's nice. I think that was part of the Emperor's private little road thing. But yeah, some cool shots of the city, not quite as good as what it was up there in the bell tower, but still pretty cool. And you can see all the mountains and stuff in the background still as well, which is, yeah, quite lovely really. But yeah, it was really interesting on the steps up. There was a patch where I literally had to turn my phone light on because I could not see a foot in front of my face. It was that dark. Luckily I did, because otherwise I would have walked head first into a wall, thinking that the stairs were going up still when they made a 90-degree turn to the left. But it is what it is. That's what you learn, that's what you find out as you go around. But yeah, so that's Vestibule Terrace. So one thing I've learned about Split is you don't have to walk 2 minutes before you find something else that's historically significant somewhere. So this is a 4th century defensive gate for Split, and also entry to the Diocletian Palace. So this was the start of the palace, and that all just went through everything that we've just been through and done. And up here we have a very influential 10th century bishop, Bishop Gregory of Nin. Yeah. And it is said that if you rub Gregory of Nin's toe, you will get good luck. For a moment. Gotta find good luck somewhere, right? Always worth a go. Then another randomly bell tower up there. And of course your standard souvenir stores and whatnot, as there always is, and understandably so. Gotta be done, isn't it? But, yeah, I'm just gonna wait for a drink of water here and then continue on. So real day 2 in Split today, and the battery's died again somehow. I'm getting really pissed off with this because it was fine when I checked it literally 20 minutes ago. Quite upset about that, but we'll see what we can do. We're off to Split Beach Lakes today, and we're meeting in Diocletian's Palace, which really shouldn't be a surprise, but we're going to do that. Then we're going to go out and drive out to the national park. It's going to be a fair way distance. I think it's about 150 k's. Go around and we'll walk around and we'll do some stuff there. So hopefully it should be a good time. I'd say it will be a good time. The place is meant to be absolutely stunning. Hopefully I'll have enough battery to get through it all. Fingers crossed. So we've made it to Split Beach Lakes. We've come up on what they call a train. It's basically just a bus with some trailers though. We're going to have a walk around, see some of the sights, and we've already seen a few of the lakes through the trees and stuff when we were coming up on the train, and that was stunning enough on its own. Like I said, I'm going to have to try and keep these short and relatively sort of sparse, just purely because there's not much battery left, unfortunately, but it is what it is. There's our first little bit of bits magic.
Following this grizzly bear and her cub, and it came down like everyone was expecting it to just cross the road.
And our first drift waterfalls. Isn't that lovely? Still running around. It's all the way through it, and apparently people like to stop when they like, and people don't like that, other people don't. You know, fuck manners and everything. Queuing. It's free for all.
No.
Anyway, how about quite lovely really, isn't it? You've got to take the picture when you can, right?
Exactly.
That's the first sentence on this wee clip, by the way. Got to take the picture where you can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so super pizza, funnily enough, and dog does not want to move. But more waterfalls, more water, more plantation, just beautiful. Unfortunately, we have some Melburnians again, because they're fucking everywhere in Europe apparently. But no, these ones seem alright. Seem alright.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yet to be proven. It's unsubstantiated. But yeah, this is really quite lovely.
I know. Oh my god.
I'm all about this over and over and over and over again. I'm glad we came this way because these lines going the other way are more than a little bit intense. Still going all the way down there, so yeah, very glad that we came this way. Thanks to our tour guide Sandra for working that out for us. Absolute genius idea to come this way rather than for where all these people have come from. So we'll take it. Definitely take that. And we've gotten through another busy patch. Why is it that some people will either walk down the middle or walk down the left when you all drive on the right? Surely you stick to the same side that you drive on. Like in Australia we stick to the left, right? Like in America they stick to the right. In England they stick to the left. In most of Europe they seem to stick to the right, but like Greece and Croatia it's just like, nah, we go wherever the fuck we want. Fuck you.
Okay, yeah.
And fishies! Again, just looking at how clean the water is as we go through this national park, it is really, really lovely. Quite sublime. To put it in the probably most accurate way that I can find it is sublime. I love walking around here. And like I said, it is a nice easy walk. It's not like it's a hike as such. It's just to wander around and see pretty things. Myself not included. Also just going around still. I just wanted to show you guys this because it's kind of next level. Pretty. How good is that? Genuinely, just how good is that? Can't really go past it, in my opinion. But yeah, just really, really needed / wanted to show you that. It's gorgeous. So still at the lakes. I'm hoping that this camera, my actual camera wouldn't get a good shot of this. I'm hoping this will, and show you the colour of this lake, because it is absolutely stunning. But I've already stood here for far too long, and I'm not really wanting to block up other people's views of it because it is stunning. And I tell you what, it's a damn sight better than fucking Melbourne.
Hey, Melbourne's great.
That's one of the Melburnians. Melburnians. People from Melbourne. Or if you're American, Melburnian.
Actually,
I'm from Melbourne.
English say Melbourne.
Do they? Get fucked. Anyway, let's stop it again. Guys, seriously, just fucking seriously. This place is fucking ridiculous in every sense of the word. Like, I know this video is not going to do it justice. The photos I've taken aren't going to do it justice. So if you like how this is looking, definitely come out and see it yourself. Because it's just fucking next level. It's like, I will have run out of words, speechless how beautiful this place is. In every sense of the word. Like some of the rock facades, obviously the water, some of the plants. We've seen some fish here and there. The boats were lovely. The walks themselves are quite relaxing, quite easy. Again, they're not really hikes per se. They're just walks, but again, look at that water. You see the fish in it. It's just a little bit ridiculous, really. And just fucking do it. So we've now made it to the big slap. Slap is I should probably explain that a little bit. Slap is the Croatian word for waterfall. So this is literally called the big waterfall, Veliki Slap. But I've been joking here that I really wanted to go get a big slap. And yeah, here we go. Now there's not as much water here as what there usually is because of the lack of rainfall that they've had here recently. There has not been a lot, so quite often you can see where the water has been coming from in the past, over in that area. But obviously with the lack of rainfall, there's not as much water being able to come through or come down that. So we've still got a couple of currents that are coming down there, but certainly nothing compared to what there is when there's been a bit of rainfall, or even just a little bit of rainfall, really. And yeah. So yeah, there we go. Sorry. Easy as that. Last wee bit for fish and lakes is that. Genuinely how good it is. You love to see it, you love to be here. Make sure you do get here.